Today I wanted to go over some new reports about big matchups that are reportedly on the way for Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns is right up there right now as one of WWE's hottest acts and hottest overall characters. Roman Reigns is going to be a champion for a long time. There isn't anyone knocking him off the top anytime soon. This is probably why WWE took the Money in the Bank away from Otis. Otis would get completely destroyed by Roman Reigns if he even thought about cashing in on him. Roman could be going up against Daniel Bryan next, but the matchups could only get bigger from here on. New reports claim that John Cena, Goldberg, and The Rock might all have feuds with Roman Reigns during this title reign. And if all three of those matches actually take place, then this really would be a historic reign for Roman. So Roman has a lot of history with all three of these possible opponents. Roman Reigns and John Cena feuded a few years back, and that was all about Cena passing the torch to Roman Reigns. However, I just feel like the feud was a little forgettable. They could have done so much more than what they did. So having Roman Reigns at the peak of his character right now, going up against a returning John Cena actually sounds a bit more interesting than we first saw all those years ago. So that could work depending on the story. What bigger match for John Cena to return for than a matchup with Roman Reigns? Also on the list is Goldberg. I know this matchup is probably going to have mixed reactions from fans because fans can't get invested with Goldberg matches anymore. I think Goldberg is still a big attraction, but for me personally, I can't get invested in his stories because I feel like there's no time for a story to really develop with him, since he's only around for 1 or 2 matches a year. He's back and then he's gone again in a blink of an eye. And it's just really hard to get invested in something so short-term like that. But I really think this match is going to happen because this was WWE's dream matchup. They wanted to see this matchup more than any of the fans did. So I think WWE is going to push hard to make this match happen. The last matchup is the most talked about matchup right now, and that's The Rock versus Roman Reigns. These two have teased the match many times over the last few weeks. So a lot of fans are wondering if this match actually has a realistic chance of taking place. New reports claim that it does have a chance of happening, but the real deciding factor will be The Rock's schedule. The Rock is as busy as he's ever been right now, so would he really have the free time to build up this WrestleMania story with Roman Reigns? That's going to be the most important factor here. I feel like it has to happen though. It feels like everything we've seen from Roman Reigns right now is all leading up to someone as iconic as The Rock to return and try to put Roman in his place. Like we've been talking about over the last few weeks with this rumor, the story is already basically set up. Now we see that Roman's cousins, Jimmy and Jay, and the rest of the family is starting to fold and fall in line behind Roman Reigns. So there had to be someone left from the family that believes everything Roman is doing is wrong and that they have to stop him. What better individual to take that role than The Rock himself, the original head of the table for the family? The Rock could go back and forth with Roman Reigns and use some of Roman's own lines against him. The Rock can say how he still loves Roman Reigns, but he's got to do what he has to do at WrestleMania. And honestly, it would be the biggest WrestleMania main event we've seen in quite some time. I think Roman would still easily win that matchup and force The Rock into retirement, which would make Roman look like even more of a threat. But what are your thoughts on all of those possible WWE returns for a matchup with Roman Reigns? Leave your comments, don't forget to subscribe with all notifications on, and leave a like if you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, guys.